Are you ready for 9 Disney live-action movies? Well, tough if you're not, because they are happening. Disney made some more announcements to their already large slate of movies to be coming out, chiefly of which is there will be a Maleficent 2 starring Angelina Jolie. We also have some other news coming up, which is that Emma Stone will star in Cruella, which is the villain of 101 Dalmatians. I guess it's going to be a sympathetic look if it's Emma Stone, since how do you not love Emma Stone?
It's a very young choice. I can see her having a sort of gravitas and a little bit of evilness in her, but why so young? It seems an odd choice to me.
I think it might be in the vein of Maleficent, where we saw a sympathetic look of she's responding to this man who was horrible to her, and this is her way of, you know, she wasn't necessarily all the way evil. And it goes back to looking at Wicked, too, which is another look at the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, and that she is a very vulnerable, a very sympathetic character, someone who is finding her own strength and voice still.
Sure.
Or
maybe
evil.
Cruella de Vil was trying to make people love animals more by wearing them.
Maybe her family
on her
got
clothing
killed
all the time.
by a bunch of puppies. And that's
yes, death by puppies. That's a likely scenario.
Yeah,
I could see that as a good
I don't
backstory.
know how you're going to make puppy killing sympathetic, but we have that. We also have on the slate A Wrinkle in Time, directed by Ava DuVernay.
So excited. I can't believe this hasn't been made into a movie yet, because this was the best novel I ever read in middle school.
I've actually never read it.
Oh, it's a very quick read. Madeline Lingel, some French name I can't pronounce.
You were close.
Yeah.
We also have Tim Burton attached to Dumbo. So if you remember the scene where Dumbo gets drunk, but I say hi, it's a crazy scene. It's all these colors, all of this crisscross, all of this psychedelic stuff. It's nuts. So I do want to see that in Tim Burton's hands.
I think Tim Burton has taken his stylistic stamp a little too far, and he used to be an incredible director. I think he needs to tone back the stylistic stuff and focus more on story. But now people put Tim Burton on, they expect the Tim Burton brand to be stamped all over.
So you don't want Danny Elfman doing the soundtrack, and Johnny Depp starring as Dumbo, and Helena Bonham Carter starring as Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo's mother.
They're all talented people, but let's break it up. There's other combinations out there.
Well, it is going to be live action, and I'm interested to see where that goes. We did have The Jungle Book this year, which was very acclaimed and very popular and made a lot of money.
I disagree with all of that acclaim. I think it was a bunch of cameos of star actors, and I
thought you
could
were
not
going to say it was a
separate-
bunch of shit, and I did.
Also that. I'm sorry.
I mean,
it
there's
was
animals.
just. I had very high hopes for it going in. Maybe that was part of my problem, is my expectation was too high. But I think it's one of those cases where the star names and voices overrun the plot, and you're only thinking about Scarlett Johansson instead of the snake, you know.
There's also some other things that are on the docket, including Tinkerbell, with Reese Witherspoon starring as Tinkerbell. Becca does not know how to think of that. We also have The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. That's a 19th century Christmas classic, and it is going to be getting a live-action treatment. And beyond that, we have The Jungle Cruise, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It does not have a date. It may be sometime in 2017, 2018, or 2019. It could go directly against Jumanji, also starring The Rock in a similar animal jungle type adventure as well. But we do have dates for other movies, because I did say there were 9, and I didn't mention 9 yet. Alice Through the Looking Glass comes out May 27th.
Which already has previews out that look really incredible.
Not directed by Tim Burton.
Yes.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Happy. Pete's Dragon is coming out on August 12th, starring Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay. Beauty and the Beast, starring Emma Watson, March 17th, 2017. The Jungle Book sequel.
Yep. Nope,
Sorry,
not one of
Becca. That has also been announced. And we have a Mary Poppins sequel, which will be starring Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer and star of Hamilton.
I think Emily Blunt is a wonderful choice for Mary Poppins, mostly because of her in, what was the Tom Cruise movie that they changed the name of 5,000 times? Edge of Tomorrow, one of the many names.
I liked that movie.
Incredible. Action,
that movie
Groundhog
deserved
Day.
more play than it got.
It didn't get enough, it didn't get enough attention. It was my favorite action movie in the past, 5 years.
It was so good. I'm glad you're with me on that. That means, I could trust your taste on these things that I don't know anything about yet.
So translate that power of that badass female character into Mary Poppins. I'm into it. I wonder if they'll be singing.
Maybe.
Because I've never heard Emily Blunt sing.
I like Mary Poppins because she has a little bit of a mean streak.
Right?
And people forget that. They think she's like perfect and nice. She's not. She's a little mean, and I'm into that. Yeah, now you learn more about me. So these are the 9 movies slated to come out. That is a lot. So
I saw one more rumor for The Sword and the Stone, and that's one I would be really excited about because
all I know about it is that
Knights.
one of the Game of Thrones writers is working on it.
Amazing.
We did that a while back, and I think for the thumbnail we put a picture of Arya Stark with the sword and the stone. Like, I'm gonna pull this out. But
good.
I don't think she. Well, maybe she could play Arthur. I mean, no.
May I take this opportunity to mention that my Game of Thrones fantasy league is called Arya's Revenge?
Is Arya on your team?
No.
What?
You know, it's a draft pick. You can't get everybody you want, but I've got Brienne of Tarth, so I'm feeling pretty
I thought
good.
of the name before. I got all the people
Exactly,
I wanted
that's how it
on it.
works.
But this looks, I mean, really promising for Disney. They've already dominated 2016 so far with Zootopia. I mean, that's not live action. But we also have The Jungle Book. Things are going really well. I mean, you may not like it, but they are making a lot of money.
Well, they still own Marvel and Star Wars, so they're going to make money regardless.
I mean, we do have Captain America Civil War coming out, Star Wars, but at the end of last year, they're doing really well in this movie business thing.
So
I don't know if you've heard of Disney yet, but yeah. And this looks like it's going to continue only unless, you know, one of these flops for whatever reason. Sorry.
Jungle Book. Shut up.
No, I'm actually joking. Audience, which of these 9 movies do you see doing the best and the worst? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.